Ah, same old, same old. Don't know why my mic always resets itself, but oh well. Oh gosh, I just really hope that mission 12 doesn't mess us up. We've been having a string of bad luck with mission 12, and I just really hope that it plays ball. Hey Ben, how you doing? I'm doing okay, thanks. How are you? Yeah, definitely live a little later than intended, but I had one of those mornings where I woke up and was just like, nah. Just stayed in bed for a while. Fine, a bit wet after walking doggies in the rain. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, come on game, behave. I really just, I want to be done with my goal for this run. Because as soon as I'm done with my goal for this run, my next run that I really want to do is probably just NMG Novice Hyundai. Because I'd like to have another good, really good go at that. Good. They usually hate walking in the rain. But when you need to go, nothing matters apparently. That's fair. Yeah, I know some dogs absolutely love the rain, and some are just like, no, not for me. Back when my gran used to have dogs, they used to just love the rain. When it was raining, they'd often just sit by the back door, just wanting to go out, and then they'd go out, run around for a bit, come back in, and shake themselves off, making everything else wet. What number are we looking for? 23, I think? Does the job. I was hoping for better Samuels, but that's okay. Decent.
Taylor, buongiorno.
Nice. Yeah, so big things that I really want to go well in this run. Mission 7, Mission 12. And Mission 16. If we can get those, we're in a really good spot.
Hai visto Samuels? Sarà sveglio da ore, immagino.
Hey Devil, thank you for the going. How you doing? Samuels? Standard Samuels. Is that long enough? Cool, we're good. Hey, besides, how you doing? That's a remarkably slow Samuels for how good the start was. Because that should be about a 327. Odd. I wonder why he's so slow. My mission 1's been getting worse recently, and I'm not sure why, because my movement's fine. But yeah, this should only be a 327, which is not good.
Prepara le comunicazioni, mi presento. Canale aperto, capitano. Avete I vostri documenti con le istruzioni? Osservate l'avvicinamento sul monitor.
27, yeah, that's a poor time. Poor time for CCFPS. Upset. Life split just won't go. Ah, weird. Have a question for you later on? No worries, yeah. Always happy to answer questions. Morning from London. Hey, Doggy Treat. How you doing? I hope you're well. Good. Okay. Bad mission 2s recently, haven't I? Ah. I need to try and sort that out. Man, this run is just like so temperamental. So many things can go wrong. It's just like, oh man. The game can just say like, nope, you're not clipping through there. They can give you velocity. Oh my gosh. Have a non-speedrun question about AI, go for it. If it's lore related, I may not be the best person to ask, but I'm more than happy to answer questions.
Mi servirà.
Good. Let's have a nice clean mission 2. Scrap we don't need. Scrap, similarly to NMG, we can just ignore. Is it possible to complete the game without taking any damage? Yes. Is it possible with the use of... so it's only possible with the use of major glitches. And that is simply because when you fall down at the beginning of Mission 2, you are scripted to take 28% of your health. As you can see, our health bar has gone down a bit. Additionally to that, in the no major glitches route, and in most routes honestly, I shouldn't have taken damage there, that was dumb. Then you'll also take additional scripted damage in Mission 6, which will put you down to 42%. It's possible to avoid both of those using CCFPS. However, it's not the easiest of things to do. The Mission 6 one is easy, the Mission 2 one is difficult. But if you are able to avoid both of those, then yes. When it comes to only allowing minor glitches, then no. No, it's not possible. Man, I might kick myself later because that wire damage will actually matter. Quite a lot as well. I'm going to have to loot extra to make up for it, which is unfortunate. Unless I get really lucky and can make a medkit. But yeah, outside of those few bits of scripted damage, there's nowhere where you're forced to take damage. So in low percent, we actually essentially try and avoid taking as much damage as possible until Mission 16. Mission 16 is normally where most low percent runs will take their first substantial amount of damage. I say substantial because you'll often take a punch in low percent earlier, but in Novice that's not substantial, in Nightmare it is substantial. But once you're in Mission 16, because there are so many humans with guns, you kind of just accept that you'll be taking nasty amounts of damage. I can't make a medkit. We need a medkit before Mission 4 now. And that's actually a strict need, because otherwise we are going to be in trouble. That was really dumb of me. Oh well. I mean, it's a fantastic mission too, but the wire damage taints it. But Nightmare low percent is often, in parts, very much equivalent to a no-hit run. Because, especially if you run into a revolver human, one shot and you're dead at all times. Shotguns, you can normally take 1 or 2 in low percent, but not more than that. Early crouch because we really can't afford any more damage. Okay, 3. Alex, thank you for the follow. Do appreciate that. I hope I did that terminal right, because I was not looking at the screen. I might redo it to mission 4 just to be on the safe side. Hey Nick, how you doing? Thank you for the Greg. Quite amusingly, we do actually go out of our way in order to get the revolver. It's not needed. Even in 100%, weapons actually aren't included. But the game gets much harder without the revolver, because having no weapons is substantially harder than having weapons. Come on, there we go. Hey Julian, how you doing? Thanks for the good luck. Doing okay, thanks, yeah. Yeah, I just had a bit of a lie-in this morning, because I kind of just needed it. But no, doing well. Whatever illness I have is definitely clearing up, which is very nice. Hey Sloth, how you doing? So yeah, it's just kind of the tail end of illness, so hopefully it just clears up. 3 AM, oh my god. I always forget that you're in US time zones. Because I swear you've got the sleep schedule of me, but just in the wrong time zone. The tail end, yep. It was completely unintentional as well. There we go. I need to find time to actually craft a medkit. Today we get sub 205, it all depends on mission 12. If mission 12 goes nicely, then yes, sub 205 is definitely on the table. But I've got a bigger goal. I should have lit that way earlier. Oh wow, that flare went far. I just wasted a flare. Get a 4 terabyte SSD in your RAM. You've been spending all night moving files around. Fair enough. When you're saying that sub 210 isn't possible, maybe like months ago when I didn't know the category. But yeah, ever since I kind of realized just how much time. No, that's actually just a regular pattern, Julian. Steve can sometimes just immediately upvent there. It's the best case RNG. Normally I want the flare to land behind him so I can just run the whole way without having to stop, but it worked out. Yeah. That pattern's actually fairly normal. It happens about 40% of the time. It's not that rare. I need to remember to loot more, because I must make a medkit. Medkit is actually mandatory at this point. Yeah, Noisemaker's for way later though. The medkit I actually need in mission 4. Yeah, Noisemaker's for mission 12, so that's way down the line. And we actually get proper downtime for that, whereas we really don't for the medkit. I did see a bonding agent there. Noisemaker. It's a very weird little reroute that we do in order to get the Noisemaker slightly early, but it really works in our favor. On Nightmare you can't do this. On Novice you can literally just run up to him and blast him. It's great. You going to fly to get the stuff in the background? No. So I'm going to do the regular, essentially NMG exit. And then in mission 16, I'll do the fly to get the smoke bomb. No lockdown in 16, yeah, exactly. On Nightmare, I 100% would. But because it's Novice, we can actually save the time. Because keeping everything locked down loses about 5 to 10 seconds. It's not much. But on Novice, you really don't need that safety. On Nightmare, it's very nice though. So I need to really keep my eyes peeled for an injector and a bonding agent. Because, yeah, we do need that medkit. Good rewire. And then on Novice, if you're really quick, you can actually make this without silent running. The elevator clip sucks at those. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know why the elevator clip is so bad at those frame rates. But the fly is just so much nicer. So I do tend to go down to 5 FPS for the fly, even though it sucks to clip out the elevator. It's just better overall. There was either sensor or charge pack on the side, so we don't need to grab that. Man, there really isn't downtime to actually craft this medkit. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to eat the time loss and do it now. Didn't you miss an ID tag for the elevator? Well noticed, indeed I did. I'm leaving that till mission 16. Very well noticed, I'm impressed. Do it while waiting for the trams? Nope, we can't do that because we need it before the trams. We need the health for the gas clip. And the gas clip is before the trams, unfortunately. So it doesn't actually matter when we craft it, because we'll be losing an equal amount of time regardless. However, in the elevator, because I failed the clip, it just means that it doesn't really make any difference. Hey Delta, how you doing? Oh, don't grab me. Good. Thought that was it in M3. No, we do it in M4 because we need the Noisemaker V1 before we can pick up the Noisemaker V2. The Noisemaker V1 can only be found in M4 at the earliest. So we go M4 Noisemaker and then do all this on the exit of M4. Good, how are you? Yeah, doing well, thanks. Hoping to get a good time today, because this category has been nasty to me. M12 is the latest. Yeah, there is a Noisemaker V1 in M12, but by that point it's way, way, way too late. Do I drink coffee? No, I don't. I don't have any caffeine. Damn, that terminal was good. I need that in NMG. I shouldn't have to pause the music. Steve shouldn't actually do anything problematic here. Okay, so I could have done that without a medkit. Barely. It would have been exceedingly close. But the medkit's just good to use because we would have needed it later anyway. Pre-crouch. Ah, come on. This door can suck. Fine. Took ages, but That door just sometimes does. I don't know when that door started messing me up, but sometimes it just does. Shift W spam crouch, yeah, that's what I do mostly. Actually, no, sorry, I normally diagonal it, not straight forwards. That beep actually just scared the living daylights out of me, but it's because there's a human here. That is like the most unnecessary clip because it saves like half a second, if that. What the human does there, honestly, that human's just chill, I think. Doesn't seem to do anything, which is weird. Good, very good start. Yeah, part of me wonders if like the humans that come out of the tram have a weird interaction with it, or I say weird, have any interaction with that human, but I've never bothered to check. New M5 strat, I haven't labbed it for Hundo. It should in theory work, but I've not had it work. So I don't dare test it. They don't? Ah. Hey Elliot, thank you for the good like, do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Oh, that's a problem. I didn't pick up the flashlight batteries. Live testing is the best labbing? No. I mean, this run's like far from great. It's a solid time, don't get me wrong. But it's nothing like exceptional. Doing great? Nice. I've learned that too well at this point. 4 gods far from great. Ubang. Ubang indeed. I think Ubang is definitely one of my new favourite emotes. Just about to study CLC? Nice. Good luck with studying. Hopefully it's not too bad. Good to not get trolled by Morley. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm here for it. You hear, can the alien ruin the speedrun? Absolutely. The alien is actually in this specific run, the alien doesn't show up that often. However, the alien is a very, very big threat in every speedrun, because the alien is a one-shot kill. Like, if you touch it, you're dead. And for a speedrun, that's not very good. we do not want to be dead. We want to be alive and running. And it creates a very weird dynamic where we are trying to go fast, but if we go too fast, then the alien will often drop and try and kill us. Now, in this category, which is the all glitches category, we have a lot of tricks to essentially keep the alien from doing that. However, often in the no major glitches categories, you very, very much just have to fight toe-to-toe with the alien. and do your utmost best to prevent it from killing you while going as fast as possible. I didn't get the dialogue, which is unfortunate. I was hoping to dialogue skip Coleman, but I didn't. Maybe I should deliberately stay and do that. Oh, he seems to have moved anyway. Spawning agent is useful. There we go. Why is that so strong? That's a really strong M5. Holy. 355 for Hundo? Damn. Impressive. Very impressive. However, none of the times really matter that much until we get past M12. You do M16 toggle, your FPS to 17 while running into the script alien, and you get pushed through. Ooh. That's interesting. Yeah, normally I get the clip through that door pretty consistently. I tend to do it on 7 FPS. And 7 FPS works fine, and that's just because I set up 7 FPS for mission 18. Doing the upstairs clip, it seems to work really well. But no, that's useful. The console push clip seems very cool. Don't drop, Steve. So what we're doing now is silent running. By running forwards and right diagonally, and then crouching roughly every half second, you run silently, which is incredibly useful. It's possible to clip through this door, but this door can be fickle. So it's often quite nice to just grab the stun baton, chill. I might just keep the stun baton, you know. It will lose about 5 seconds. Doesn't do anything. But it looks pretty. And for those of you who may not know just how broken this game is, prepare yourself. Yeah, we can get out of bounds pretty easily in this game. It's really nice. Hey Zev, how you doing? Hope you're having fun with the run, planning on improving NoCC and CCFPS all mission times. Nice! Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with CCFPS recently. Through both all missions and Hundo. I mean, I've just been really enjoying it. It's a nice break, to be honest, from no major glitches. Because it is, with the exception of some frustrating clips, just a very chill category. This looks like some Skyrim stuff, yeah, I know, right? Essentially any door, or nearly any door, is just free game for us. We can clip through it. And it doesn't matter where that door leads to. If it leads to another room, if it leads to just the void, we can get through it. Oh, we're potentially soft-locked. This might be recoverable. Okay, I did save it. There we go. Man, ever since Steve was chilling in this room, I've been terrified. Oh, okay. Not the best mission 6, but honestly not a bad one either. Can't wait to see Seb getting wrecky. I mean, I can't speak for NoCC because I know nothing about NoCC. But for Hundo, not Hundo, for all missions, CCFPS, I mean, Zeb's already got a cracking run. Like, I'm very, very interested to see how low you can get that time. Jubilife City Night? Oh, such a good track. You should run NoCC? No. NoCC for me is just like one of the more boring categories. I don't know why. Give me that. Because it's got none of the spice that things like CC only and CCFPS have. Because you've got like NMG, which is just all spice. Oh wow, quite lucky. I don't know. No, NMG is not all. Actually, yeah, NMG is just like 100% spice. At all times, there's just always spicy movement, or there's spicy things happening. Whether it's the alien being practically next to you, killing you, whether it's having to panic about, did I make an extra footstep? CCFPS is like 80% style, where it's either a really, really boring run, or you've got people just styling. And CCFPS either goes from like a solid 2 out of 10 cool points to like 9 out of 10 cool points, based on how much you style. Oh, my bad. CC only, you immediately get cool points for running it just because nobody wants to run it. But at the same time, you have to have some level of source while doing it, because otherwise it's just boring. Any percent runners get the pass on that one, because any percent is fiendishly hard to actually get a good time in. Just sheerly based on the number of things that have to go right. But I always find NoCC is just like, it's so mechanical that there's just no source in it. And I'm happy to be proven wrong with that. But there's like the right amount of spiciness that you need in a run to make it really, really interesting. And I find that NoCC rarely has that. Oh, I'm actually really low on players. NoCC has Axel butt clip. Yeah, true. I wouldn't call that like spicy though. Like in NMG, you're often pushing a gunshot. And if you take a gunshot, then either you or Axel are dying. CCFPS, you literally just say screw you, Axel, and warp to his death. To be fair, no, in Mission 2 NoCC, it is quite cool having the humans literally just run behind you. I did get that right, yeah. Double hugs at the end is enough space, yeah, that's fair. Like the consistency in the speedrun, in some categories played not consistent at all, yeah. That's fair. Yeah, in that regard, it's probably a nice break from some of the other categories like NMG, where it's just an RNG fiesta in parts, like Mission 10 especially. Set it up. We want 6 FPS. Is this enough height? That's definitely enough height. Oh, that is big. That is really big. A first time? Okay. I like it. Yeah, double huggers in general isn't... I mean, it's hard. especially if you don't have really high FPS, it's almost not worth going for, because you need high FPS to really push it. Yeah, double hug is... I mean, hug boost in general is so reliant on good FPS. Because the higher FPS you have, the more you get boosted. And so the consistency of double huggers does in essence rely on you having a good PC, which is unfortunate. Because it means that people without good PCs are directly disadvantaged. Pay to win, yeah. Unfortunately, there are many aspects of this run which are pay to win. Which I really don't like. I would love to have something, well, something to even the playing field, you know? Because man, so the difference between having like even just an SSD versus hard drive is insane. And I know that's a fairly small thing, but if you consider my old PC to my new one, I got my new PC and I did a run that was worse than my old record, or my old PB, sorry, and broke it by a minute. It was a worse run. I messed up more things. It had worse patterns. I made more mistakes, and I still saved a minute. There's so much that it was only because I upgraded my CPU. Also, this game, in case anyone is curious as to what to upgrade, your GPU doesn't matter. You can have a low-end GPU, you'll be completely fine. The GPU only actually matters for streaming. Because if you're maxing out your GPU because you're streaming and trying to play the game, then you'll lose some frames. But it's the CPU which matters. The CPU and motherboard combo. That is really what matters, especially for frame rate, or just general frame rate. Good. Got the 2 guaranteed flares. Also, this pace is phenomenal at the moment. I love that trick so much. Words cannot express how much I love that trick. Easily, like, my favorite trick in the run. And the best thing is, it's so easy to do. Like, that is, in essence, a free trick, as long as you know roughly what you're doing. We'll take a couple of gunshots, but because it's Novice, we really don't mind. Big gun. Oh my god. Go away. I didn't get the grab cancel there, so I need to get this quick. Oh no. Okay, at least I got it. Aim is a negative, I know, right? To be fair, is that my fault or is that the AI Revolve fault? And there's only one right answer. Can't be my fault. Definitely can't be my fault. Should retire? I retired about 6 years ago. I've been a washed up speedrunner for a very long time. Wasted all the flares. To be fair, that's all the flares are used for. Like, we just stack as many flares as possible for that clip. They're not actually used anywhere else. Are they? No, I don't think they are. And they'll scrap here, right? Yep. Come on. In we go. Do I still not have flashlight batteries? Because that could actually be a problem later. I need to remember to change my FPS to 5. Oh, music. I need to change my FPS on the fade out. Oh, come on, let me through. Go for weight smoke bomb? Nah, we've got better time save.
Niente comitato di benvenuto?
Why smoke bomb weights when we can just clip through the door? Ammo, which we don't need.
Stiamo calmi. Siamo al sicuro ora. Wait,
Hai pensato tu?
Un piano.
Hai fatto
Davvero?
funzionare le
I
navette?
suoi
One
piani
stumper's
del
on
cazzo
charge,
non
but
hanno
that's not
funzionato
actually
molto
even
finora.
used in this run.
Com'è stato il?
Stabile. Tornerà in forze molto presto. Samuels è con lei.
Ok.
Sei riuscita a far funzionare la
Multiple
navetta?
sensors.
Siamo pari.
Dov'è Riccardo?
Prepara la prossima mossa. Senti, ho da fare. Ho Marlowe in cella, il farabutto che era in possesso della tua scatola nera.
Dov'è la nave di Marlo? La Nesidora.
È in un'orbita di parcheggio intorno al gigante.
I should get the audio log here. Because this takes ever so slightly too long. As you can see, we've got to spend an extra second here.
Marlo?
Chi mi cerca?
Was thinking about changing FPS during CCFPS run to make some missions easier. Yeah, it definitely seems worth it. I change FPS
Sono qui per
quite a lot in this run actually.
Mia madre era sul
So I run
mistero
at
per gli
8
esperti
FPS
parigi.
until mission 7. Mission 7 I changed down to 6 FPS for the fly to get to mission 12 early. Mission 8 I keep at 6 just because there's no suitable time to
Ma
really
sono
change
certa
it.
che abbiate trovato dell'altro.
Mission 9 I run at 5
Successo.
FPS because the fly and the rock clip seems easier.
Intanto parlo. Voglio sapere
Mission
tutto.
10 I go back to 8. Mission 11 I actually use both. Oh, no gold? Rep.
Mi ricevi, Luis?
Molto chiaro, Marlo, ma va bene.
Facciamo piano. Voglio arrivarci tutta intera.
Vuoi qualcosa di
Really good clip, I like it.
quello che fa per te?
Mi servirà un microscopio.
Mission 11 I use 5 and 8.
Ok,
I use
piantate.
5 just for the hundo things, 8 everywhere
Non
else.
voglio errori.
11, sorry, mission 12 I use 8 again. 13 I go down to 5 because it makes the fly easier. In hundo I tend to stay 8 though. 14 I use 5 for all missions.
Eccoti qui. Foster,
8
Vince,
otherwise.
avete gli occhi aperti.
15, 8, 16. When doing the fly I use 5. 16 I use 5 for basically all of it actually. 17 I don't do the fly, but if I did I imagine I'd use 5 or 6 FPS. And then 18 I use 7. The only reason I use 7 FPS in mission 18 is because I can't do the... I just cannot do it the way that most people do it, where you bounce yourself off of the like covered terminal. I've just never been able to get that to work. So I go and do it the old way, where you kind of clip underneath the top terminal, and it shoves you under through the floor.
È il loro stato naturale.
Non c'è niente di naturale in questo posto. Marlo.
Come on, let me through. There we go.
Do un'occhiata più intorno. Magari c'è un punto debole. Aspettate qui.
It's amazing just how much you can clip through here. Like most things here, you can actually just clip through. Oh, come on. We get to here, and we clip back in bounds. Honestly, not a bad clip.
Ho trovato una fessura nella roccia. State pronti, la farò esplodere.
High five Ubang. I don't know why. Ubang just gets me.
Fermi. Credo
I love it.
di aver trovato qualcosa.
Skipping rocks. The only thing we actually really get to skip here is heist. Which, to be fair, is very nice. Because we're placing the bomb down now when we would normally expect to get lifted up by heist. Also, this is your sound warning. There's a boom in 3, 2, 1, boom. Jesus, that was loud. Also, I love Oblivion music, but Oblivion music is not the music for this mission.
Andiamo. Seguitemi. Heist,
Let's get to this.
aiutami a salire.
Come on, you slowpoke. This should be a really strong first half, actually. What, 32 fade out, maybe? Maybe a bit more. Ah, no. 32 seems reasonable. $32 fade out. So that means, with great RNG here, we could get a sub 940. And a sub 940 would be very nice. Why has it got so dark all of a sudden? Now the question is, will Meeks behave? Because if Meeks behaves, then this could actually be a really solid time. If he doesn't, then, oh well. But potentially, we could be looking at a gold. I am also quite happy that all of these golds are, to my knowledge, actual golds as well. Like, this run has just gone very well so far. The only part that didn't go well is Mission 8. Mission 8 was just like, yeah, we missed the shot with the human, missed the first plant club. Unfortunate. We're still unsure why this section varies so much between machines. So one of the main reasons is FPS. NPCs in this game move slightly faster the higher your FPS is. Or I should say, the lower your FPS is, the slower the NPCs move. So by really trying to like optimize your frame rate, the NPCs move ever so slightly faster. Hence why I'm often looking at the ground here. So you can see when I'm looking at my ground, my FPS is like capping it close to like 250, 260, 270-ish. Not relevant for all sections, but relevant for a good few. But frame rate optimization is actually quite important, and essentially wherever you're forced to walk, you want to be optimizing your frame rate. Which is why in Mission 1, I'm always looking at the ground. Mission 9, I'm often looking at the ground. It's just a general good practice. A golden cosplay, yeah, exactly. Like, it is literally just lag reduction. Ah, come on, that's awful. Not kiteable. Unfortunate. Sometimes lag reduction doesn't even help. For ATP runners, honestly, I can actually see that being quite beneficial. Yeah, it wasn't even worth kiting. He was that slow. 1440p. I am a 1080p gamer, but I do run in windowed mode, to be fair. I've got a 1440p screen. But I also do run on just one monitor. Like, I know I've shown it before, but my layout is dodgy. Because I'm single monitoring things. So that means I need to have live split, alien, chat, and ideally audio levels all visible on my screen. And so, if you remind me at the end of the stream, I'll take a print screen of it and show it, because it's dodgy. The one monitor? Ah, nice. Yeah, so I run Alien in windowed mode. Been there before, it's not fun. To be fair, I really don't mind it. So I've got my OBS laid out so that in the bottom right, I've got my audio levels, so I can see my mic volume and I can see my desktop volume. And those are the only real important ones. I'm just going to play this safe, I'm not going to do the fly. There's no reason to really push this time. It's like it's close to gold, I think. Maybe a bit slower. I've got live split on the left, which is covering up my start-stop stream button. And covering up some of my activity window, or activity feed. I've got my scenes visible in the bottom left. And I've got my chat on the right-hand side of my screen. Just all in OBS. So essentially what I have is, I've got OBS, and then on top of that I've got live split and Alien in the middle. And that's how I stream. Oh yeah, well I remember. Let's turn the lights on. But you know what the worst thing is? I do have a second monitor. I just don't use it. It's because I just don't like I don't like using two monitors, and I really don't know why. Like, whenever I go into the office to work, because often I'm working remotely, but whenever I do have to go into the office, they've got like 2, sometimes 3 monitor setups there. I just use one. It's because I'm so used to just using one monitor that I'm just really good at, like, especially when working, just alt-tabbing through things. I don't know why, but it's just kind of stuck. Also, gold. Gold M9. I like it. Oh, I was actually running that at 6 FPS. Sure. Come on. Be kind to me. Nice. Not bad. I really don't like that clip, so that wasn't too bad. Good. And the last evil one. No. Good. Okay. 26 for the whole lot. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Substantially faster than just wasting, so no complaints. Hey Zuzu, solid run, good work so far, thank you, I do appreciate it. Yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with this pace at the moment. However, unfortunately, everything depends on the wonders of Mission 12. Also, I don't know if I got a certain terminal in Mission 3. So I'm kind of worried that I've just missed a log. So I may go out of my way to just guarantee that I get it. Because I'd rather lose 10 seconds guaranteeing that I got a log than missing a log. Because in a 100% run, if you don't get 100%, that's quite bad. In fact, I might go a little further than quite bad. It's catastrophic. So for this tram, don't clip too early. Wait until it starts rumbling and then clip through it. Because otherwise you actually get forced into a mode where you can't sprint. It's really weird, and I don't understand it. But it means that we have to be slow. I can sprint. Sprinting's one of those things that I'm just decent at. I wish I was a bit better, but I'm okay at sprinting. I mean, I do a fair amount of athletics anyway. But yeah, annoyingly, due to work, I haven't been able to do athletics anywhere near as much as I wanted. And being ill. Like, being ill over the last week or so. It's really sucked because even though I'm like, well, on Thursday I wasn't, but even though I feel well enough to go to athletics, I really don't want to just pass on an illness because that just sucks. Anything more than 400 meters and it's over for me, yeah. I start calling 400 meters long distance. That'd be the standard because it's the human. Yeah, I have actually competed in relays for sprints. I've never done just standalone 100 meters, but I've done the 4x100 meter relay a couple times. And I'm decently good at them. Oh, I should have opened the door. I'm going to hope that this door's not too bad to clip through. Good. So this is not normally the route that we would take. However, because the terminal in question that I'm not sure about is up here, I would much, much, much rather just lose some time, guarantee that I've got it, and then it won't come to the end of a fantastic run and I've just found out that I've lost the run.
Waits, quella bestia, come facciamo a chiuderla dentro?
Lovely clip. Yeah, so we lost about, I'd say 15 seconds there. Which, sure it sucks, but I'd much rather lose 15 seconds than potentially lose the whole run. Especially if this run does go the distance. Now, the thing is, this run may go the distance, or we may get to Mission 12 and the game screws us over. Because Mission 12 has, by far, the single most fickle trick in the entire run. Where sometimes it works first time, sometimes it doesn't work at all, and it simply kills your run. Now, unfortunately, it just so happens that that trick is indeed an hour and a bit into the run. Because 80 minutes into a run is really not what you want this trick to be. Especially one as devastating as this one. Damn, Steve is like on top of me. What is he doing? Also, this is probably one of my favorite tricks in the run. This Joe does not want you using this terminal. But it just so happens that by just using it while he's on it, he'll punch you twice, but he won't actually grab you. And then we actually toggle frame rate early, just so we can guarantee that he won't grab us. We do some slightly suboptimal movement there, so we avoid the camera. Because triggering the camera will drop the alien, dropping the alien causes problems for us. And yeah, we really don't want that. That is a bad time waiting to happen. Jeez, I do not like how stompy this alien is being. This is a risk as well. Normally I fire a gunshot in there. Good. I did avoid the camera. We should be good. Good, good. Nice and clean Gemini. And you may be wondering, like, wait, why do you reload to the start of the mission? It's just because the start of the mission happens to be next to the end of the mission. And so we just go right through. It's great, I love it. It's so dumb. Annoyingly, this section is actually very, very regular. This music's so James, I know, right? Game keeps the completion even if you load. Correct. So for terminal entries, audio logs, ID tags, and Nostromo logs, the game will actually keep your progress even if you reload. For blueprints and weapons, but weapons don't actually count, blueprints are the important one, they do not keep progress. So you have to be very, very, very careful with blueprints. Oh, I don't like this. There we go. We got into a weird spot there. So yeah, for blueprints, if you die or reload, you will lose those blueprints. And if you lose those blueprints, you have to go and pick them up again. Runs have died from that. I really should mute music here because this part's actually dangerous. The alien is scripted to drop when we finish this hack. Ideally, we'll get through this door really quick. Good. But the alien can actually just insta-drop there. And if it insta-drops, you must flame him. Thank you for the crack. This is looking like a really good mission 10, honestly. Especially considering we went out of our way to get an extra terminal. Where's the door? Yeah, so because we're doing things like, or we're skipping things, the door never actually gets forced open. And because the door never gets forced open, it just stays closed, but also, like, able to be opened. And so when we go next to the door, it just opens. And Ripley clings on to space, essentially. I think Steve dropped there. Nice. There's no need to actually go in here. It is technically optimal though. So we're listening to the dialogue. That's one set of dialogue. That's the second. We wait for the third. That's the third. That forces Steve away, because we're in an area that he cannot reach. We hear the up vent. And we get that. Also, we get no Steve, which I think is so funny. It's a very, like, nice timing where if you shoot exactly on the first bit of that third set of dialogue, Steve will just be gone from the cutscene. 10:30 is honestly a solid time. Like, I'm fairly happy with that. Considering we lost 15 to 20 seconds to get to terminal. Pretty good. Very good. Because it means that a sub 10 minute mission 10 is actually possible. But now we've got some really hard clips and out of bound parts. So this door is the single hardest door to clip through in the game. I need to change my frame rate down to 5. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, get us out though. That's insane. I talk about how hard the door is to clip through and we get through it first try. Holy. That is pretty good. In fact, I may even go a bit further and say very good. And nothing here. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, game. I like it. I like it a lot. That... We still got one more hard part. We get the save. And now for probably the second hardest out-of-bounds sequence in the game. Actually, no, I think this is one of the hardest. No, second hardest. Definitely second hardest. We get here. We change our frame rate to 8. No way. No. Landing on this is hard. Oh man. If we get a good M12, then this is the run. We're not done with this trick though. This trick still has a lot more to go. We line this up. We swap our frame rate back to 5. We tap back. Tap back once more. We'll start to fall down. We need to land here. We move our camera. We've got it. So that was a really, really tough angle because we were on the ledge, but only because we had low frame rate. Ideally, you want to actually have a spot on the ledge where you can stand on there anyway. But I realized that we were too far out and had to keep on low frame rate. That door, okay, we did get through. That door can be fickle. It's not normally that bad, but took us a couple tries. Man, okay. Get that. Get that. If this door trolls me once more, I'm just doing the brace. Good. The brace is obviously very slow, but sometimes that door is just like, you shall not pass! What are you doing, trying to clip through me? I'm going to stick on 5 FPS for this, simply because there's no good time to change it. We get to here. We go. Where's the revolver guy? Fine. We just need to get through here. Good. That's a lot more damage than I'm comfortable taking, but it's fine. Somebody stop him! So for reference, by the way, I think that we're about 3 minutes ahead of my best ever time in this category at this point. So this is a really, really strong run. Like, just everything has gone right. We've not had anything go wrong yet, which for CCFPS is rare. EMP V2. Why did you say that? Because I know we have Mission 12 coming up, and I am fully mentally prepared for this run to die in Mission 12. And so I am celebrating the wins before the loss. Mission 12 either works first time or never. There is no second try, no third try. It is a first try or not at all. Mission 12 is the most fickle trick, by far. If we get a first try Mission 12, then this is the run. There simply will not be another run that will ever, like, come close. That's a lie. But I doubt I will get another run that comes close to this if it dies in Mission 12. Oh, sorry, if it goes through Mission 12. Not if it dies. Oh, so the thing is, it's not a case of me bottling Mission 12. It's a case of Mission 12 not cooperating. Because what we need to happen in Mission 12 is we have to have some androids follow a Noisemaker. There's huge RNG into where they stop. Sometimes they'll stop right next to it, sometimes they'll stop quite far away from it. If they stop far away from it, trick's instantly dead. However, if they stop really close to it, then there's a reasonable chance that the trick works. However, even if that goes well, sometimes you can get the trick to work. You can get the things in position, but the game just doesn't recognize that you've actually done things correctly. And it kind of just breaks itself. What are the odds it works? 30% to 40%, I'd say. optimistically 40%. Realistically, 1 in 4. Can you not just use a save though? So you can, but every attempt is losing 2 minutes. And 2 minutes is a lot of time loss. I will try it up to 3 times, but it's a well-known thing that the trick either works first try or just does not work. Change to 8 FPS. We're going to Medkit here. Bind. Did I bind the Noisemaker earlier? I know I didn't bind the EMP. So we've got a couple things to do here before you get into the meat of this trick. Also, that was a smooth clip. We've got an audio log to get. We've got the regular stuff. What's in the mug? Apple and mango juice.
Riccardo, devi concentrarti. Sei tu al comando ora.
Al comando? Al comando di cosa? Di una stanza piena di morti, è un casino.
Concentrati, Riccardo.
Yeah, I love apple and mango juice.
Riuscirà a comunicare con Apollo, gli androidi.
So we clip through here.
E sarà tutto finito.
We get this. Being very careful to not get the blueprint on the wall. Because if we get the blueprint on the wall, that's actually the Pipe Bomb V3. We've yet to pick up the Pipe Bomb V2, which is really, really important, because if you pick up a V3, all V2s of that respective item disappear. I may not have given me the pre-crouch here. It didn't, but that's okay. Yeah, so it's really, really important that we get the Pipe Bomb V2 before the V3. You can peek grab the terminal, so the reason I go around is just so I can get the pre-crouch. I also need to pick up flashlight batteries. I must remember that in Mission 12, in the 4 conduit room. Yeah, because the peek doesn't actually save any time over just pre-crouching. Because we'd have to pre-crouch anyway, and you can't do the peek while pre-crouched. So it works out evenly. Oh! I really hope this works. Where do you need the pre-crouch? For getting through the 8382 door. No Super Romando, but that's fine. Yeah, so we've got about 2 minutes until we get into the meat of the trick. We've got a nice chill section first, where we have a terminal and an ID tag to get. And our guaranteed flashlight batteries, fortunately, because we actually need flashlight batteries for this section. Bam!
Riccardo, sono qui. Sembra il posto in cui i sintetici vanno a morire.
In here, this little side room contains one ID tag here. Do we cycle top? No, you just toggle your frame rate, spam crouch. Well, not spam it, we press it quite slowly. It's the speed in which we crouch clip is generally about twice as fast as you use for silent running. Yeah, exactly, it's CCFPS, just so we can clip through that door. Because we don't bother doing the usual stuff. Get the shotgun. And I need to not bottle this shot. To be fair, it's not actually that big if I bottle it, but it's just one of those funny things. Oh no, in NoCC it does save. I mean, it saves a tiny amount of time, like less than a second. It's not a big thing at all, the peak clip. Doesn't use pipe bomb? We can't. because if we use the pipe bomb, then it will kill the Joes that we need to use. Get this first, and then save. Very important, because Alt F4ing actually does help the success rate of this trick if it fails. I've taken all these things into consideration. So this is now where this trick gets scary. We get our lovely little Noisemaker, our V3 Noisemaker. And here we just hope this door opens quickly. That's really good. This door is RNG, pure RNG. We make as much noise as possible. Put that down. Also, psycho hopping to make that much noise that quickly is hard on the hand. And now we are hoping that the Joes walk all the way up to the door. Preferably just one, but sometimes there can be multiple. Multiple is also fine. Come on, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. I don't know if that's good enough. Yes! Okay! That's really good. Oh, that's good! That's really good. Oh. Okay. Okay, okay. Come on, get me through the door. Okay, we are not out of the woods. It's actually important to activate this dialogue in Hundo because we have to use the table here. And so getting the dialogue skip is actually very, very important. Boop. Don't know what and why you did that. So what we did was we killed an android, making it fall forwards into the tram zone. And the way that the game actually checks to see if you can take the tram is seeing if there is an entity inside the tram zone. Because it's things. Okay, if there's an entity in the tram zone, that means that the tram's there, right? And normally the game is absolutely correct because entities cannot get inside the tram zone. But by killing the Joe and having it fall into the tram zone, what happens is... Oh, we don't need this. We just need the audio log. What happens is the game actually gets really confused and thinks, okay, well, there's something in the tram zone, so it must be the tram, right? And so by getting confused, we just like... Oh, where am I going? This way. By making the game confused, then we can just trigger the tram. Now, this trick is annoyingly hard. Because we need to fairly precisely clip here. Right here, perfect. And then hug the left. Drop down on the door, and we're good. Now you may notice that we don't actually have our UI, which is a problem. It's a very, very big problem. Because if we die, we are screwed. Because we can't access our radial menu, my Q button simply does not work. And I only have access to the things I've already bound, which does not include medkits. Wait for the punch. Good. Because we are about to have to do, or we have to do a gas clip now. And this gas clip is nasty, because we can very, very, very easily die here. That's super clean. That's really, really good. The android's not in the room. That's like the cleanest gas clip. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Now we go through here, and I will safety save here. This is a pure safety save. It's not required for the run. It's not for some funky backtrack or anything. Unfortunate. Good. So with that fall, you can die there. Nice. 310 fade out, roughly. 308. Oh, and we go from the fire into, or from the frying pan into the fire here. Because things do not get easier. Good. We immediately skip that by just launching ourselves. So yeah, you can actually see just how much damage we took. We started on full health with the gas clip, and even though we were only there briefly, we can see just how much damage it did to us. It was a lot of damage from that gas clip. This is technically optional. We do not use this in the run. However, I don't like doing a hundo run without getting the V3 hack tool and the V3 gas torch, so I choose to get them. They are not required. Good. Thank you for the follows, by the way. A good number of you followed, and I really do appreciate that. Also, 2 punches. Yeah. The punches don't deal much on Novice. In Nightmare, they'd be much more of a concern, but the gas is very, very rapid damage. So here, remember how I said that we needed the V2 pipe bomb? The V2 pipe bomb is actually incredibly out of the way, being in this little door, or through this door. And this is not a room you can access normally until much later in the game, but with the power of clipping, we can just go right through it. We don't care about when we're meant to get there. We get there when we choose. We've got the shotgun loaded. Good, the android's behaving. We actually do want to draw the... Good. A little slow with the P cancel there, but still worked. Still skipping game segments. This is a 100% run, so we actually get to skip very little. What we do get to skip, though, is some of the stuff like this. There's a very small thing there where we unlocked a key code, and the key code is 6832, and it's meant to be used to unlock these shutters. However, we don't actually have to unlock them, because we have the ability to go through them. And, well, why unlock them if we can go through them? So we can save that tiny bit of time. Appreciate the game. Why aren't you playing this game properly? This game's meant to have an alien and you're meant to be scared of it. When I played this game, I spent 16 hours in a locker and only got halfway through Mission 5. Why aren't you still there?
Riccardo, sei mai stato al reattore?
Good.
Ho fatto una parte dell'addestramento in uno di quei.
I'm trying to enjoy the story. Why aren't you reading the logs? Wait, there's an alien in this game? We do actually see an alien shortly. CCFPS, I don't really believe in doors. Yeah, it's very much a thing. Press the button. Here we need to be slightly careful. I will try and clip out of this elevator early. Good. Revolver, don't get grabbed. Thank you for the follow, do appreciate it. We're going this way, I'll take the punch over the grab. Oh, balls, fine. Bang. And because we have the ability to literally fly, why not just take a more direct route? Who needs to walk around all the walkways? We just fly across them. I've never seen this game. It's so good, isn't it? We're just like, I'll catch you later. Where's my music gone as well? Oh, fine, it's being weird. I can't change it now. Mary Poppins, I know. We crouch, and we go through the door. Now, for those of you who have yet to see this part, the nest is scary. However, at the beginning, the game is actually quite nice to you, and it doesn't spawn any aliens in. Until you do the first bit, where you see the facehuggers, you see all that stuff. Why do I go for this? This is so dumb. This is what's known as a hugger boost. Because the thing is, for CCFPS, if you're not styling, what are you doing running CCFPS? We use an ungodly amount of fuel there, just so we force the alien to upvent, and we're safe. You may be like, wait, what? what do you mean you're safe? But those two aliens that we saw are both scripted aliens. They are forced to appear when you do certain things or when you get to certain points. We never triggered the other aliens to appear. Like, to prove this point, we can run under this vent. No risk whatsoever. If you normally did that, you'd be terrified of doing this in NMG. But for us, we don't mind, because there's no alien. Can you stop bringing down the alien? On it, Chief. Yeah, another vent here. Another vent there. Yeah, there's loads of like weird, scary noises. We don't care about any of them. It's like, I don't mind. Wait, my music playlist. YouTube's actually just not loading the next thing. Fine, I'll sort that out in a bit. And so the rest of Mission 14, we've now got Reactor. And Reactor's normally a pretty tough part because we essentially really don't want to get green minigames. Green minigames are really slow, and we can lose a lot of time. In addition, just obviously getting grabbed is bad. Wait, what? What? I didn't do the lever. What's going on? Ah, clever. Turns out that those minigames, all they do is unlock this door. And well, I think you know the drill by now. If there's a door, it's probably optional. Now this door is unfortunately quite annoying to clip through. Third try is not that bad. And so now we've just got the cutscene, and then we're good. And it's actually a nice time just to take your hands off the keyboard and relax for a bit. This Mission 14's actually been really solid. Like, I've been happy with that. Fine, Ripley. Drop down, and oh. So it turns out that the cutscene only unlocks that door. And I think you know what the drill is with doors. So we just skip from the nest all the way back here. It just so happens that the devs never actually put in any objectives to do all those minigames, to do everything there. They just say like, oh yeah, just get to the end. And we're completely fine. ID tag, and we're actually just done with the mission. Now, Mission 15 is actually a scary mission. Not because we're going to run into anything terribly dangerous, outside of a facehugger, but because we need to do a really tough out-of-bounds segment. Hey Sal, how you doing? And this is actually just a time where we can take hands off the keyboard. And so I'm going to quickly sort out my music. There we go. The devs worked so hard on that. How could you skip it? You evil person. Sorry, devs. Man, this pace is so good. Mission 15, however, can throw a real wrench in it. So, to properly explain what we're going to do here. First things first, we have to grab the Pipe Bomb V3. Pipe Bomb V3, which I mentioned a long time ago. And we've got to go slightly out of our way to get it, and oh, we've just picked it up through a wall. Fun fact, no glitches were used in picking that up. You can boot up your game, load up Mission 5, look at that wall, and pick up the Pipe Bomb V3. And at the beginning of Mission 5, you now have one of the most broken items in the entire game. It's literally, you just look at the spot I looked at, and that's it. One of the easiest glitches to do in this game. Pipe Bomb V3, game-breakingly strong. In fact, we quite deliberately try not to use the Pipe Bomb V3 because its explosion range is too large. It's too big. We do not want to get hit by it. Devs should update doors have death boxes. Not allowed in NMG, I know. Yeah, the whole reason it's not allowed in NMG is because collectively people understand it would be too broken. Let me through the door. Ripley gets a bit toasty here, but that's fine. Annoyingly, this music is actually way too loud. I don't know why that track's so disproportionately loud, so I'm gonna have to mute it. Yeah, this mission actually has a lot of out of bounds and clips. Including a trick that I have introduced into this run, which is awful. It's amazing when it goes right, but it is hard to pull off. Hacksaw V3, again, this is optional. You do not need to pick this up in a 100% run. It is not used in the run. However, I feel wrong not picking it up, hence why I picked it up. That is actually the genuine reason. You do not have to pick it up. There's nothing in the rules that says you have to pick that up. I just choose to. And now, the hard part. This is far and away the single hardest part in the run. You lose time in order to pick something up that you don't even need? Correct. Oh, if this goes well, we may actually end up being somewhere in the region of -15, -16. Some of best sub 2 hours? Oh yes. Better than some of best being sub 2 hours. This run is on pace for sub 2 hours. So, to explain what we have to do here, what's the world record for this category? The world record is currently 2 hours, 18 minutes. And we are hoping to reduce that by over 20 minutes. And yes, that is a lot of time saved. Yeah, the previous world record is held by me. Reload. And yeah, I have blown open this category. Kill the hugger. And you may notice that we are skipping a terminal. Too lazy to submit the 211? No, the 211 is not actually valid. I missed an item. I actually missed like 3. But the time itself is valid, but the run itself is not. So yeah, we're just going out of bounds here. Flying, dropping down here, and activating a cutscene. I missed an ID tag and a terminal in that run, and so I couldn't submit it. This is so stable with 8 FPS. Yeah, so I do this in 8 FPS. If you clip just through the door, drop down, and then fly around, it's very consistent. As long as you get the initial clip and drop down, it's so good. Which did I miss? So ID tag wise, I missed the one in mission 12 in the 4 conduit room. Terminal wise, I missed the one in mission 17, which contains 1984. Don't skip the hard work of the voice actors too. Oh, they are getting skipped. So this dialogue line, I was really, really hoping to get this playing. Come on. Okay, we got on Ripley, which is still fine, but makes this harder. You really want this after Marlowe's dialogue. Come on, James. Bail, bail, bail. Drop. Crouch. Ooh. Oh, that is good. Oh, that is good. Oh, dear. Oh, goodness me. Oh my gosh, it would help like attack. We're good, we're good, we're good. And now we get moving. That is probably the hardest part of this run that's left. Now we have Mission 16, which does contain some spicy stuff. We have Mission 17, which contains even more spicy stuff. And then we have the final send-off in Mission 18. All of which contain out of bounds. Well, Mission 17 technically doesn't. Mission 17 does contain some nasty clips. Gets up 155? I honestly don't know. I don't think so. But we'll need to see what the pace of that. No, I'm just going to do normal Mission 17. I'm going to play it nice and consistent, not taking any unnecessary risks. Let's see what the time is. Oh, oh, I like that. Oh boy, do I like that. Minus 15:30. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty spicy. Now, it's very important that I remember a couple of things here. For example, if you remember back in Mission 4, we had a certain ID tag that we missed. And it's very, very, very important that we get that. However, there's one thing in particular that we must get first. And that is the Molotov version 3. A very, very innocuous blueprint. A very easily forgettable blueprint. But this blueprint makes and breaks the run. We never really use it. However, in a 100% run, we must get it. Hey, Bodrug. Safe to save after spacewalk? Indeed I will. Working so can't I? Ah, no worries, no worries. In which case, hopefully Bodrug can at least see that. Yeah, there's some mad stuff that happens in this mission. This is probably the mission with the most out of bounds. But in both this mission and the next mission, we have to unfortunately deal with 2 aliens. Oh, that's really bad. We cannot afford to take too much damage here, because our health is actually quite low. This guy doesn't matter. So we did get everything in Mission 4. I need to actually run through my head and see what we get, or what we need to get. So it's very important we press the button first. Through the door, please, Ripley.
C'è un osservatorio vicino ai telescopi, vero?
Through this door to pick up the ID tag. I would have panicked if that ID tag wasn't there. And now, rather than not doing anything during the downtime, we get this. Come on, through the door, please. Oh, okay. Not that. Elevator wasn't playing ball, which is fine. That should be fine. Jesus, we took a bit of splash damage. Never saw that with 8 FPS, I know, right? I was just expecting to fly through that door, but I'm not that fast. It means I can heal up, which we did actually want to do anyway. Just because it means on the exit, hopefully it should be a bit nicer. Yes, like the tiniest bit of chip damage, but I was surprised that it still reached us from that far. Like, that pipe bomb was far, but that's also why we're so careful with the pipe bomb V3. Because it is huge. Eight, 9, 6. That should be fine. Planning and learning sign language. Oh, nice. I don't like this. Okay, we're good, we're good. Hey, Oaken Shields, how you doing? We go out here, launch ourselves far, far, far away. Position the camera. Perfect. Good luck for the rest. Cheers, Julian. Do appreciate that. Whew. Okay. Now, quite importantly, I'm going to change the FPS down to 5. Because we're going to use 5 FPS for the rest of the run. Oh, sorry, for the rest of the mission. Excuse me, excuse me. Very, very important distinction. If we clip through, we get this. Like the run? This is very, very possibly the run that I was looking for. However, there is still plenty to go. We do not celebrate the victories until we have succeeded. But there's a long way still to go. Mission 16 is notorious for being brutal near the end. There are 2 things in particular that can and will kill this run. The first of which is the top of the elevator. The top of the elevator is brutal, for the main reason that the alien doesn't have any humans to kill, and we don't have the wrench to force him to upvent. In fact, it's very difficult to make him upvent at all. So we can either use weapons, or we can try and save some time and kill the alien, essentially, by using a Molotov V3 on it, which will obliterate it. However, it's also quite hard to clip out of bounds and do that, especially at 5 FPS. Now that we're at 5 FPS, it's much harder to clip through doors. However, we have to be at 5 FPS for this segment, where we are flying. Because we will do a total of 3 flies in this section. Hey, Boldrick, how you doing? And so, now that we are really into the meat of Mission 16, so moving in space in the spacesuit at low FPS isn't actually quicker. I thought it was for quite some time, but it turns out that it's not. It's actually the same speed, which is very weird, but it definitely feels faster. So we're going to quite aggressively kind of go right to our objective. And the main benefit to doing this is we're able to take a more direct route. Rather than walking around, we can just go in a straight line, and that is slightly more efficient. It feels quick. Yeah, it definitely feels quicker. But I actually did some science on it, and it's not quicker. It's actually ever so slightly slower, which is so weird, because it doesn't feel like it. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely fits. Skyrim, one of the buggiest games. Feeding off the energy of Todd Howard, we will break this game. It just works. Todd Howard, you've done it again. So yeah, after this section, it's just go time. Right until the end of the run, it is go time. Ripley gets out, Skyrim starts. You've got Steve in the cart. You're finally awake. Oh, I am definitely nervous now. Because I had another very, very, very good run yesterday. Not quite this good, but it was very solid. I think I was about minus 13. Which died shortly after this. So I am so hoping that we don't suffer the same fate. I may actually just play this slow. I may deliberately lose about 5 seconds. But I think by losing 5 seconds we can ensure that we don't die. Because, well, it won't be a full ensure, but it will be a significant reduction in chance of dying. And I think that is worth it. Also, yeah, we literally just say, screw you, Verlaine. we don't want to listen to the dialogue. We are here to go fast. Good. See that mountain? You can climb it. See that planet under Sebastopol? You can go there. Yeah, so normally we would actually be up at the top waiting for the elevator to become interactable. And that would only happen now. That would be the time at which we press the button and slowly start going down the elevator. Flying out of bounds and just saying like, no, I don't want to do that. Don't want to wait for all of that. It saves almost a minute. It's actually insane. I am safety saving here. We will be taking 2 save. Actually, no, I won't be safety saving here. I won't be safety saving here. I have a plan. I have a plan. And this is not the same plan as yesterday. It is a better plan. My plan is to force Steve to upvent. When I see he upvent, I go take the save, which I would otherwise be taking anyway.
Riccardo, preparati a spostarti, ce ne andiamo. Riccardo, mi ricevi? Riccardo, rispondi.
I don't know why I'm just dumping loot, but it feels right to do so. So here we use the revolver. Wait, bang, 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 bang. I'm watching both Steve and the door. Steve has upvented. Steve should drop. This is the last terminal we need in Mission 16. And it's got 3 audio logs. And now, the scary bit. The really scary bit. We have to go out of bounds. But the alien never... We never hit the trigger to make the alien despawn. So now we're dealing with 2 aliens. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Line it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop. A very, very, very consistent setup to do this fly. We can hear the alien drop. This can just result in a death. We have to be incredibly quiet here. Smoke bomb V3. Without the smoke bomb, this would be free. But remember what I said earlier, blueprints will not be saved on death or reloads. Oh boy. Okay, okay. That is spicy. Mission 17. Another place where we have to deal with 2 aliens. We need to change it to 7 FPS at some point. This is another very scary section. Things can just simply go wrong. There's no explanation, no reason. They just go wrong. So here, what we're going to do is very, very similar to what we did in Mission 12. However, this time it's more consistent. Steve should drop. There he dropped. He runs up there. He should notice the human now. And we trigger it. That's the human dead. Let me run.
Sono stati effettuati controlli di salute per il personale sull'intero equipaggio, incluso dopo l'insistenza da parte dei tecnici il gatto di bordo.
Good. We do not have a flare, which will make this difficult. This will actually make this very difficult. And for safety's sake, because we don't have a flare, I'm taking a save here. This could get very, very nasty. Yeah, exactly. No flare really is bad. We've been so unlucky with flares. But to be fair, other things have made up for it. We've got our mollies. That didn't hit. That did. Don't forget this terminal. Steve is down there. be in here. Excuse me. What are you doing, you big oaf? Oh my god. This is now really dangerous. I never actually changed my frame rate up to 7, which is bad. Because it's going to make this door harder to clip. We got it. I really should have just bit the bullet and changed my frame rate. Oh, I never pre-crouched. Fine. Now it's very likely that there are aliens in this vent. I'm hoping the EMP will have distracted them. We will be losing time here because of just how jank everything's been. But that's fine. Okay, we're looking at plus 25, I believe. Is it just the first time? Yeah, it's just the first time you enter the room. You don't need to do anything else. It's just a scripted. As soon as you enter the room, he's there. Hey, now you give me a flare. Little flashy trick. Good, good. Looks like plus 25 was pretty reasonable as far as the gas goes. Oh, a bit more even. That's fine. Yeah, we had jank stuff happen. That's fine. We had to deal with a very dodgy Steve. And keep in mind, in my PB, I missed a log. So that would take off 8 seconds. But now, mission 18. The final little section. We have a bit of running that we're able to do before the alien now spawns. It has spawned because the dialogue has stopped, so now we have to start the silent running. We get the ID tag. I don't think I actually did a pre-crouch. It's fine, we should just get this. Oh, come on. This door is not normally the troublemaker here. There we go. That door took longer than I'm comfortable with. Good. Now we take a save here. Very, very important save. Actually, one of the most important saves in the run. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can 3 burst, but 4 is more consistent. And on Novice, fuel is rarely an issue. So there's no reason to play it risky. And now we go here. Unfortunately, there's an ID tag at the end of this little sequence. So we have to watch the whole thing. So, if you need to get yourself a glass of water, we have 60 seconds. After these 60 seconds though, the fun begins. Okay. I need this clip to go well. Actually, I'm going to set something up. And this may be really obnoxious, but I do apologize. Online metronome app. ID tag, and now load previous save. Very, very important. We crouch, we toggle our frame rate to 7. Apologies for the metronome. Good. I'll turn it off shortly. I do apologize. I need it for this trick. Good. There we go. And let's turn this off. Nice. Oh. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, that metronome helps so much with that trick. And now we're in business. We are in space without a spacesuit. Yeah, so rather than just focusing, I actually needed to tap crouch at a very specific rhythm. Because what you want is 7 FPS at 190 beats per minute. And the tap, 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 tap. If you have it at that rhythm, you clip through so much faster. It's so much more stable than doing anything else. Prove that Ripley is superhuman, I know. Now we are far from over. We have pins. And more so than just pins. The alien can actually just show up here. Which is why I'm silent running. The alien loves to just show up. Come on. We need double pins. That's one. And that is 2. Now, in my previous PB run, I had a glitch here which deletes the final cutscene, so I'm hoping I don't get that. We want this cutscene. Ah, we didn't get it. Okay, fine. The trigger cutscene now. I don't know why that happens. It's very consistent though. So we will likely have to add on 40 seconds to the time manually. Slow walk is fine. Because regardless, this is sub 2 hours. However, at the end of every 100% run, the run does not finish when the timer finishes. The run only finishes when we confirm we have picked everything up. So once the timer finishes, we will load back into the game and we will do the checks. So GGs are not deserved until we confirm. That's a time. That is a very, very good time. Because this time, if valid, is 21 minutes ahead of the current record. Let's do the checks. So, the way we do the checks, we load up mission 18. Because in mission 18, we should have all of the blueprints. So we are looking through the blueprints first and foremost to see the word advanced. I will deliberately move my cursor to it. Medkit is advanced. Pipe bomb is advanced. Molotov is advanced. EMP is advanced. Flashbang is advanced. Smoke bomb, advanced. And the Noisemaker is indeed advanced. Now we look through all of the logs. We are looking for any which have a series of dashes, because if there are any dashes, that means that we have missed them. We are looking for names in every single spot. That's all the logs. That's all the Nostromo logs. Yes! And that's all the ID tags. Let's go!